Now joined by Apple TV's Kyndra, and Aubin. Kyndra, thanks for joining us today. When you look at this City team, bottom of the Western Conference, they keep talking about how they're building and building and building with what Yohan Demay can do and what Corey Ray is doing. Through about 8 matches, what's your assessment of this team so far?
Well, I think when you look at this City team, they are trying to build. They are trying to continue to create and find a positivity to focus on. And you have some quality leaders in this group, and including starting with your goalkeeper and Roman Berkey. When you have a keeper like that, not just his quality, but also his leadership, you want to feel like there is some progression in a positive light. But when you listen to all the post-game press conferences and you watch the games, you understand that they're just missing something in that attacking front. It doesn't mean that they don't have quality in the players, but they haven't found a way to put it together. And the best way to put it together is have belief in yourself. And how do you have belief in yourself? If anybody who's ever played any sort of a sport knows, you have to have results to feel good about what you're doing. So I think it's just a work in progress. And unfortunately, they came flying out of the gates as an expansion side with a beautiful stadium and fantastic success. And since then, they've struggled a little bit. So it's just hard. It's just hard times right now. This is a tough league. This isn't a league that you could just come in and walk all over. So I'm excited about this weekend's game because they found results against San Jose in the past. And San Jose is coming off a tough midweek game, challenging a big win, but a tough game. So St. Louis should be fresh and ready to go.
I'm not expecting a full 90 out of Edu Leuven as he continues to rejoin this roster. And Yohan Demay said this week that they're slowly starting to integrate him into more minutes and just seeing what he's capable of as he returns to the team. But you talk about trying to get more offense. You have to imagine that with Edu back and as he continues to build back, that his return will be big for this team when it looks to score more goals.
Well, the first challenge is going to be keeping him off the field, because I understand he's for sure not 90 minutes fit just physically. Let's not even talk about mentally and emotionally. And it's not just this past couple of weeks, but even really the last couple of years of what he's had to endure. And this is kind of his space to return to the pitch and be around the club and his teammates. But he's a competitor and he wants to be on that field. He wants to help his team. It's going to be tough to keep him off of it. And yes, when he is on the pitch, his diagonal ball, his vision, his pace on the pass, everything that he does deeper in the midfield, and then when he can join in on the attack or a set piece chance or strike from distance, it's all those things that he's going to contribute. And you talk about motivation. If you have a leader like that and you know what he's been through, but even before he went through this is a guy with a quiet confidence that knows how to lead this group. So anytime they can get him back on the field around those guys, even if it's at the training ground like he has been, it's going to be a benefit to this entire club and to this team. And we saw it in that game in Seattle. I mean, he comes on the game late in the game, 89th minute, scores in stoppage time. I mean, the emotion around that, but also just the quality he brings and the competitiveness, even when that game was out of hand.
When you look at this City team and the patience that fans might need to have with as they continue to build things, you mentioned how hard this league is and it's hard to win in the MLS, but how long does it really take for a full system to start going here and fans maybe start seeing actual results, and it's not as much as them telling fans, hey, we're building something and now they need to start seeing results? Because at some point, fans, I think, are going to start coming restless here.
Well, I kind of equate it to an athlete. It takes you 24 to 36 hours to get out of shape, and it takes you a long time to get back into shape. It's not equal opportunity. So I think it's a little bit the same for this club and for teams in this league. I mean, just ask San Jose. They have been on the struggle bus for quite some time. Even last year, they weren't great, but they were better under Bruce Arena. And then now when you look at this season, they are flying right now, and everybody's just waiting for the wheels to fall off, and it hasn't happened yet. I think for St. Louis fans, it's just you got to keep your faith. You've got an excellent soccer culture there. We've all seen it from youth all the way to this now professional team. You've got incredible sports fans. Everybody understands the pain of sports, and why we love it so much is that you live and die with those moments. So it's going to take some time. I do think that as they've rotated coaches, they've rotated sporting directors, but you've got the ownership group, you've got the fan backing, you've got a beautiful stadium, you've got a culture in a city that supports what you're doing there. Those are all positive things. And now you have a head coach who's got incredible experience, even from a young age, but under some of the best coaches in the league. And he started out over here in MLS, Montreal, and then Cincinnati, but last 3 seasons with Wilfred Nancy and Columbus Crew. You can't learn under a better coach than that. So I think you've just got to have a little faith. Give this new regime some time. Give this new coach some time to implement how he wants to play. And I would say you got to give it a couple seasons. This isn't like a one and done scenario where, what have you done for me lately in the last 6 games? This is like give him time to build his culture, build his group. And we've seen it with other clubs in this league. And I think St. Louis is going to get on the right track.
Yeah, City had a U.S. Open Cup game here just a couple weeks ago, but other than that, they haven't had a league match in St. Louis for over a month. So I think fans are a little hungry to finally see this team back once again and maybe see Edu Leuven on that pitch as well. What do you see in this San Jose matchup with City and what fans might be looking for on Saturday?
Well, first and foremost, you've got to come out of the gates fast. I just did the San Jose match last night in California on Wednesday night, and it was a crazy game. Most of their starters played 70-plus minutes. They ended up winning 5-1, but it was a late game flurry of goals. So come out fast. They are tired. They've got a lot of miles on their legs. I have no idea what their starting 11 is going to be. So this is an opportunity for St. Louis to come out fresh and fast, rejuvenated. The Seattle result was not what you wanted. You have no clean sheets on this season, but you do have the clean sheet against Tulsa in that Open Cup game. So grasp onto the positives. Edward Leuven's goal. You've got Betru, I think, is a phenomenal target as striker who can just find his way. He's hungry. He wants to be inside the box. You've got Edelman, who you acquired, that's a ball-winning player with also a vision. So this is a moment where you just have to capitalize on that first 15, 20, 25 minutes, come out fast against the San Jose side, who is struggling maybe with some miles and minutes on their legs. They have another Open Cup game on Tuesday next week, so they're going to be rotating their squad, and try to get to them early. So that way, even if they put in starters later, you have already gotten the lead. You've already gotten the energy. You've got the fans behind you. And every stadium I've been to, every coach, every club understands you have to give the fans a reason to cheer, not the other way around. Yes, they can pick you up, but give them a reason to show up and cheer this team on. And I think that's going to be the key. It's not even so much about where you get at them on the field. It's about taking advantage of the energy that your team should have right from the get-go with the fresh legs, not playing a midweek game and not traveling. This is a big moment for St. Louis. And could it be the moment that maybe turns their season around?
Yeah, Kyndra, good stuff about where this team is, where they could be going, and, of course, what to look for this weekend. Appreciate the time.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.